Welcome to Proven and Probable, where we focus on metals, mining, and more. I'm your host, Maurice Jackson. Today, we will discuss a company that has established itself as a premier project generator. I'm speaking of Millrock Resources, trading on the TSXV symbol MRO and on the OTCQX symbol MLRKF. Joining us today is Gregory Beischer. He is the President, CEO, and Director of Millrock Resources. Mr. Beischer, welcome to the show, sir.
Hi, Maurice. Very glad to be back talking with you. It's been a little while.
It has, sir. Always a pleasure to have you on our show. In our last interview, we discussed Millrock Resources' La Navidad gold project, and you were addressing the initial drill results there. Today, Millrock has informed the market that a second round of drilling has commenced at the La Navidad gold project. Gregory, before we get into the press release, where is the La Navidad gold project located?
Well, it's in Sonora State. That's northwestern portion of Mexico, just south of the state of Arizona, and north of the city of Hermosillo. It's just a really great mining state, mining community. People there are very welcoming. They understand and make a lot of money from mining, and we feel very welcome there.
What are some of the strategic advantages of being there?
Well, there's a lot of support industries surrounding the active mines and the numerous exploration companies. The people there know what they're doing. There's good technical talent, and just an overall vibrant mining community.
Taking us now onto the La Navidad gold project, describe the metallurgy for us.
Sure, Maurice. What we're looking for in this area is what us geologists call an orogenic gold deposit. So these are large volume, typically low grade deposits where a large volume of rock with a little bit of gold can be processed at very low cost methods by run-of-mine heap leach processing. So it costs very, very little to process the ore, and that allows mining companies to produce gold from low grade but large volumes. And so that's what we seek. And we've got some pretty darn good signs of such a deposit on the La Navidad project. As we last discussed, Millrock had announced results from a drilling program that we conducted last November and December, and so we talked about those in March. And since then, though, since February, really, our team has been running flat out. We have done a great deal of soil sampling, digging trenches with excavators and bulldozers so that we can expose the bedrock at surface, collect rock samples. And we've done a variety of geophysical surveys to help us image what's beneath the surface. So we were focusing primarily on the Cobre and Crossover prospect areas, which are to the northwest of the original drilling that we'd done last December at the Anchor prospect. So we got, the Cobre and Crossover are quite large, strong gold in soil anomalies, so there's size potential indicated. We found altered rocks over a widely distributed area, and the trench results were pretty good. We've got the grade that we'd be seeking for an orogenic heap leach type gold project. So that's all good, but we started the program, the drilling program, just last night, and we're starting by re-entering one of the holes, in fact, hole number 10 from the original program, to deepen it. We had cut the hole off because it was becoming late in the season, almost Christmas, and the budget was tight, and so we'd cut the hole off at 250 meters. But in fact, we knew the rock was still quite altered, and sure enough, there was gold in it right at the bottom of the hole. So that's how we'll start this program, deepen hole 10 at the Anchor prospect, and then it's on to Cobre and cross over to test some of the great targets that have been developed there since the start of February.
Switching gears, the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium is fast approaching. Millrock Resources, once again, has been hand-selected by Rick Rule to be an attendee. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, thanks. It's great to be going back there again to that conference in Vancouver, and well, it feels a little surprising that almost a whole year has gone by since you and I met there last year. And it really is an honor. The 50 or 60 companies that are invited to present are hand-selected by Sprott Global Resources and the team of brokers and analysts that work there. So we're very pleased to be counted amongst that upper tier of early-stage explorers and developers.
And for our listeners, as a reminder, you may get tickets on our website for the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium, which will be conducted in Vancouver the 17th through the 20th of July. Greg, we've discussed the La Navidad Gold Project. Talk to us about other projects in the Millrock Resources portfolio.
Sure. We sure have a lot going on, Maurice. As you know, we were quite aggressive over the last few years, buying up projects, staking claims, and developing new projects. And that's all coming forward now. Things are clearly on the uptick. The major and mid-tier companies must have bigger budgets because there's lots of them looking at our projects and talking to us about making exploration agreements. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have more of those soon, so we'll become even more active. But we're have also been very active on the El Picacho project, a very similar style gold project in Sonora State, also being funded by Centerra Gold as they earn their way into an interest in that project. And our geologic teams have been coming up with some high quality targets at that project as well. And I would think that we'll be drilling that by this fall. In the meantime, our partner in Alaska, PolarX, junior Australian company, has raised cash to advance exploration. So we'll be mounting quite a good program there in June, at least a couple of $1 million of drilling to further expand upon at the Alaska Range project on the Zackley high-grade copper-gold deposit that we delineated on behalf of PolarX last year. And we hope to expand that deposit significantly this year. So, we've started drilling as of yesterday again at Navidad, and we'll continue, or there'll be two programs running concurrently, I suspect, in June, and we'll then probably start drilling at El Picacho in September. So a drill turning on one project or the other probably for the remainder of the year for Millrock. And as you know, every one of those holes is a chance for us to reward our shareholders with a discovery.
That's really exciting news. A lot of moving pieces there. Last question. What did I forget to ask? Well,
Maurice, as a shareholder, you might ask, why is Millrock's share price 22 or 23 cents? And, it's a tough one to answer. We've seen our share price be depressed. It's sort of across the board in junior explorers. I know a lot of them are having difficulty raising cash at this time. So it's still a pretty tough market out there. It just doesn't seem like investors are fully engaged and interested. I think maybe part of it is gold price. We've seen over the last couple of days again a pullback, and it just seems in our sector, gold price really controls and dictates the amount of investor interest in junior stocks, junior explorers like ours. So we're hopeful for the gold price to go back up. I personally think that all the fundamentals are very strong for that. And zinc and copper are strong. We have projects with those commodities, but it just seems that the gold price dictates the amount of investor interest. And so I think when that comes, then you'll certainly see the share prices generally across the board increase, and hopefully Millrock's too. But in the meantime, with all the drill projects we've got lined up for the remainder of the year, if we make a discovery, I know our share price will increase.
Gregory, if someone listening wants to get more information regarding Millrock Resources, please share the contact details.
Oh, sure. They could call Melanie Henderson at our investor relations office in Vancouver. The number's on the website, which, of course, you can find by checking for millrockresources.com.
And last but not least, please visit our website, www.provenandprobable.com, where we interview the most respected names in the natural resource space. You may reach us at contact@provenandprobable.com. Gregory Beischer of Millrock Resources, thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable.
Always a pleasure, Maurice, and I look forward and hope to see you in Vancouver a couple of months from now in July.
Looking forward to it, sir. Right. And for our listeners, we want to share with you that Millrock Resources is a sponsor of Proven and Probable, and that we are proud shareholders of Millrock Resources for the virtues conveyed in today's message.
Thanks again, Maurice. Bye now.
Thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable. Remember to like and subscribe for more conversations with the most respected names in the natural resource space. Check out our website at www.provenandprobable.com. The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.